before, my interest has always been on the production side of the theatre, not so much acting or singing. And I was always impressed with how theatre moves so quickly, telling a story. And in the last few years, when I started to sing, my passion for musical theatre has always been there. And what makes musical theatre songs different from other songs, most of them tell a story. They don't really survive on their own because they take you on a little journey. The verses and the choruses are usually, very different from each other because it's a story. It helps the music of musical theatre and the songs help take you from one part of what happens to the next part. And very often there's a lot of emotion, either of happiness or heartbreak, but the lyrics of musical theatre can be very touching and strong, and there's some composers that use very intricate words, and their lyrics are complicated and yet so powerful. And as a singer of musical theatre, trying to convey the story while you're singing is really important for me. In fact, I find singing songs from musical theatre easier because I'm an actor. So as an actor singing, I'm able to act the songs out. There are composers such as Stephen Sondheim, who is not very popular, and yet his music has a cult following, and they're sometimes very vocally difficult to sing. They're very fast with very complicated word structures and rhymes and time signatures that change through the songs. From a layman's perspective, it starts slow and then it speeds up and it goes into different time movement, and you need to have really big lungs and good breath control to sing a lot of musical theatre songs that Stephen Sondheim writes. Andrew Lloyd Webber, who is the British equivalent of Stephen Sondheim, his songs are more appealing to the public, but it's a lot grander and deeper and a lot of orchestral stuff. And many musical theatre songs over the years have become so popular that many pop artists have taken them and made them into big hits. A lot of people don't realize that many of the songs they listen to have roots in musical theatre.